Hey folks, welcome to another new video. In this video, we would be discussing about how to avoid scam consultancies or consultants, or how to gauge your employer, or how, it would be all about how to find the perfect job and how to avoid fake job basically, and not, spend money on those. So typically, people who are just starting up their career, who are typically in anywhere between 18 or 21, who are like freshers and who do not really have any knowledge about how the job industry works, they tend to feel prey. They tend to fall prey to these predators that we have in the markets. They are scammers. Uh, I remember back in 2013 when I was in Delhi, I was not really looking for jobs, but I thought of giving it a try. So I did apply for multiple jobs, and I had less knowledge of how this consultants work. So they made me travel like almost like for like 2 to 3 hours. I had to meet them, and what I figured out is when I went to their office, the office was so tiny, it was like a cubicle, and if two people sit in together, it would fill the entire office. And these people were demanding money from me. Basically what they were saying is they would get me a back end job or back office job, and that job would pay me somewhere around 20 to 30,000 back in 2013, which was really a good deal. And for that they need registration charges for like 2,000 or 3,000 or even 500. There was an consultancy who even asked me to, who even negotiated on the registration charges. They started up with 2,500 and they went down to 250 as well. So yeah, there are people like this who you would be probably who would get in touch with you. Typically, if you are uploading your profile in shine.com or in naukri.com or in monster.com, this recruiters, they are not recruiters. Anyone can buy your lead for an amount of money. And if you go to these websites, they would clearly mention that if anyone is looking, if anyone is asking for money, do not pay them, because we are not affiliated with any of those companies or anyone who is listing a job on our website. So that's true. Again, if you end up paying money to someone, you cannot just call Monster, or you just cannot call naukri.com or shine.com and accuse them that they have stolen your money, because these people would tend to collect your phone number from your resume. They would call you and they would say that they are calling you from naukri.com or they are calling you from shine.com. Sometimes they would say that they are representing so and so company and they got your number from naukri.com and they have a back-end job opportunity for you. Most of the scams are related to this. So if you are typically looking for a BPO job or a back office job, and if you have already mentioned it on your profile that you are interested in back office jobs, so you would be a hard target for this kind of people. If you are someone who is looking for jobs in airport like ground crew, or to be a flight attendant or something, again these people would also contact you. They would claim that they would get your job done. They have their internal settings with HRs or something. They would take like 30-40,000, or they would after getting the job you would have to pay. So again, avoid this. So the best practice in order to avoid scams is, whenever a recruiter or a company calls you, obviously they would be calling you or they would be emailing you and you would be calling their number. That's the first process. So whenever you talk to them, the first thing that you are going to ask is their name and which company are they calling from. So if they take a name of a brand like Flipkart or Snapdeal or Tech Mahindra or Wipro or TCS, anything, if they take the name of a brand, then that's okay, that's completely fine. If they say that they are calling you from a consultancy, you would have to ask specifically, are you calling me from the company directly or are you calling me from the consultancy? Now if they are frauds, they would obviously lie to you. They are calling you from a company or they are calling you from the consultancy. Now, before you proceed with the discussion, just hear them out, what they are looking for and how you are going to add value to that job role. So for example, someone is looking for back office, right? So you call them, you ask them if they are calling you from the company, and they say, yeah, we are calling you from Accenture, for example. And then this people would say that, yeah, we can get your job done, we can get your interview done. So before and if we are looking for candidates who are graduates or undergraduates, who have good communication skills, who are tech savvy, and vagera. After that, once all these things are done, you would have to ask them, Are you charging anything for the job? Are there any registration fee? Are there any this fee, that fee, or any miscellaneous expenses? Are you charging us anything? Because I'm sorry to ask you, there are people who are calling and claiming that they are calling us from so and so company. I'm not trying to demoralize you, or I'm not trying to, please do not take it in a wrong way, but are you charging us anything? Are you charging me anything to get this job? They would either say yes, they would either say no. If they say no, go ahead with it. If they say yes, be it an upfront charge or after getting the job, you have to say no to them, because when a company hires a recruitment agency to hire people from them, the company pays them. For example, if there is a consultancy who is calling you and they are saying that we are hiring for American Express or for so and so company, they are not going to charge you anything, because once you get hired, the company that they are hiring for pays them, and it varies. They get a commission from anywhere between 1,500 to 15,000 depending on which company they are hiring for. So it totally depends. And the companies tend to spend a chunk load of money on these consultancies to get the right candidate for the job roles. So that is how you figure out or that is how you pinpoint who the scammers are. So do not ever pay a dime to anyone to get a job, because the job that you would be getting is totally upon your skills, totally on the interview that happens. If you are good, you would get hired. If you are not good, you would not get hired. I do not have much knowledge about government jobs. I have heard that the bribery thing works, but again, if you are getting into a private job, the bribe thing never works. You can get fired at any moment, especially if you are applying for ground crew, either in Indigo or in any given company. And if you are applying for airport jobs directly, you would see a lot of postings, and there would be a lot of consultants saying that they would get you job. So if you are ambitious and if you want to become an air hostess or something, if you have good communication skills, height and everything, then avoid these consultancies. Go ahead and apply on the company's website directly. Basically, I have seen a lot of job postings from Indigo directly, not consultants, from Indigo, from SpiceJet, from Etihad Airways. They put their advertisements on Instagram. If they're hiring, they would put their advertisements on Instagram. So you can directly go ahead and apply for those. Apart from this, if it is a BPO related job, then the company does have openings. They put it on Naukri or Monster or Shine.com, and there are consultancies as well who are pitching in for these jobs. So try to make the best decision out of the interview. Do not pay anyone anything. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye.